Hi Stampers, it's Meg from Loven Stamps, and it is Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. So time for another episode of the Holiday Helper video series. And today is the day before Thanksgiving, at least in the US. And so we have so many things to be thankful for, even though it is an odd year, not what anyone expected, certainly. But I've been thinking a lot about the blessings in our lives lately and wanted to come up with a project that if you wanted to work on this weekend would be a great way to highlight some of those things that we're thankful for. So, morning Lois and Sandy. All right, so I actually got so excited about this project this morning as I was prepping it that I didn't get everything all like neatly organized. So it might be a little bit topsy-turvy as we get started, but I want to encourage you guys to come up with some things that you are thankful for this year. So let's get you pointed down this way. And I think honestly our timing for this project is just perfect because Thanksgiving is a great time to examine the things in our lives that we're thankful for. So, and as this year is different from every other, I don't know about you, but we've certainly found here that we're thankful for things that we never appreciated before or things that we easily dismissed before. And so I'm always found looking back that I thought that I would remember everything. Here, I'll come back up here for a second. I thought that I would remember everything along the way, like the things that our kids did that were really funny, or the cute things that just everyday stuff that we appreciated, the kind of coffee that made me super happy in the morning, or little, things from neighbors or whatever they were. But those things are so easy to forget when we move on with our lives and we get busy. So in the busyness of the season, since this Thanksgiving for a lot of us is a little bit quieter than usual, I think it's a really nice time to take advantage of those extra moments and appreciate some of the things that we didn't even realize that we'd appreciated in the past. So that's what our project is about. We are going to make a blessings book or a thankful journal, whatever you like to call it. The idea is the same. And there are a number of ways you can do this. I have one here that's a paper bag book that I made a couple years ago, but a couple key things are the same. I started with a pack of the memories and more cards. So this is an old one. The one we're going to use today is World of Good, which is about world travel. So I realize that that's totally ironic, but I'll tell you about it when we get there. And so for the paper bag book, basically what you're doing is you're taking, if this was a paper bag, you would take your bag and you would fold it in half, and you would put brads here or a ribbon or something to hold it together at the edge. And then you use those pockets. So here's the back of the bag, and then here's the opening of the bag to make little pull-out cards like this, okay? So that's sort of the basic idea. And this one was done kind of as a birthday celebration, but we're gonna do one today that is using a couple different products. These are the gold foil cards and envelopes, and they are in the holiday catalog, so they're not on the sale that's extended today, but they're really pretty. You could use these for making all kinds of different cards, but we're gonna use the amazingly gorgeous envelopes and the cards to be the base of our book. So I'll kind of show you the front here and then we'll come back to this. So to do this, what you want to do to start is go ahead and seal your envelopes. And these I find are happiest, wrong adhesive, happiest when they are sealed with a strong adhesive like your Seal Plus. And once you've got that sealed, then you're gonna go ahead and chop off, I'll do it this way, chop off the tip. And you don't need to take very much off, just a teeny bit, but that's gonna be the pocket there that our cards are gonna go in, okay? And then for our cards, what I've done is taken these and cut them in half. So I'm just using a front for this. And if you want to trim them down just a teeny tad further, you'll find that they fit a little bit more easily into the envelope. And I am thankful for a trimmer that lets me cut slivers off of things. So if you've ever tried to do that and been frustrated, you know how special that is actually. Things that we appreciate and don't realize. So then our cards are going to fit into our pockets like this, okay? All right, so let's talk about the holes. So you're gonna have a whole stack of these. You're gonna line them up. And to do the holes, you could just use a regular hole punch, but I really do love the trio punch, Morning Carol, that has these different shapes. And so I'm gonna show you a trick for lining this up on here so that you get 2 perfectly spaced holes. And you'll wanna do each of your envelopes separately. But what you're gonna do is you're going to slide the envelope in so that this corner lines up just with where you can see it. And go ahead and punch, okay? And then you're gonna flip your envelope and slide it in the same place on the other. And you could do this with any envelope. It doesn't have to be these pretty gold ones. You could start your project with other envelopes and then get some gold ones. But there shows you our basis for a card. So I would take these and stack them all up. And the ribbon that I've used is this Oli Espresso. It's like leather ribbon almost. It goes in the suite with the World of Good. And here are the pieces for that. And I would be remiss if I didn't remind you, in case you didn't see it, that the 24-hour sale is extended. It's a 48-hour sale now. So you can still get all these things on that special today. So the link is in the video description to get those. All right, so now what do we do with our book? We are going to fill it with all of the pages from the Memories and More card kit. You could use the designer series paper if you want, but those you would have to cut down to be the right size and so forth. The other advantage of these is that they come with all of these fun gilded stickers, which give you lots of possibilities. And you are gonna have to cut these down a little to fit your book, but it's not a big deal. So plus you get a lot more patterns than you would with the designer series paper. So what I did was go through and pick out some of my favorite ones that I thought would be appropriate. So I have this one, It's Never Too Late in Life to Have an Adventure. Be the change you want to see in the world. We'll set that aside to go with this picture. Reach for the stars. Life is meant for adventure. What a wonderful world. And then some cards. This one came from one card that I just punched out in the center, and I'm gonna mount it here onto another one of our neutrals. Today was a good day, you could use that. This little pen and ink one I thought would be cute for doing like some scribing and so forth. So lots of good possibilities there. Plus you have the larger cards, 4x6s, which you could cut down, which I did here. So on the front of our book, I just did Find Joy in the Journey, Thankful in 2020. And the background here is embossed with the embossing folder that's part of this suite. It's called Old World Paper. And it gives, can you see? Yeah, there you go. Just that nice texture to it. So as you're going through your Thankful Journal, think about how the pieces you have, you can mix and match. So then the first card here I did already, and it just says, we may not have traveled this year, but the time spent together at home was special. So that's our first card. You could decorate the backs if you want. And then we're going to fold this over, and we have our first page. And I have a picture from a hike that we went on, a family hike that we went on nearby this summer. And I'm gonna pop this on here. And I've cut down one of those 4x6s to fit. And I'm gonna leave a little extra space there. And then I'm gonna pop this onto our page. All right. Now, the next thing I have is a pocket with a card that I did. So I used the back of a card, and this one says New Hobbies. That shirt that I was wearing yesterday was one that I stowed. So all kinds of fun things, right? We've had maybe a little more time at home than usual. Fewer soccer tournaments, more time to do things at home. So then our next page, we're gonna go ahead and flip to the next page here. And you can have as many pages in your album if you want. The nice thing about this bow is that if you get to the end, morning Kathy, you get to the end and you realize that you want more pages, you could just untie the bow and add some more envelopes to it. So you can also decorate the backs of your cards. There's really no end. So then I have this one here. I can take our Be the Change You Want to See in the World and slide this on here. But what I wanted to show you, this was a crop walk through Church World Services, which we did. It's socially distant, so everybody did it on their own, but that was my son and my husband. All right, so see these little tabs that I have here. I really like to do these. And these pieces echo the front here. So it's the tailored tag punch, which is a great one, especially to pick up right now. And the way I did this, I'm gonna show you the trick so that you can match your pieces, was basically to put this in all the way and then punch it. So for the next page, what I'm gonna do is put this one from the bottom. I'm gonna slide it all the way in and punch it. And then I know it's gonna end up as a mirror of the one I did. Ooh, that just punched everywhere. So see how that works? So that I have my next page tab pull spot there. So you could use a circle punch for this, usually I do. And then I'm gonna do this, but since this is a little bit more, I don't know, desktop-y, a little bit less frilly, I thought that that tailored tag punch would be a good one for that. So what you're gonna do is go through there, and I'll share a couple pictures of things that I'm thankful for, just because we're thankful, right? So I'm thankful for school at home, the opportunity to have remote learning. I'm thankful for extra time to play games together. We made our paper pumpkin ping pong table box out of tables and paper pumpkin boxes and made like a 4-square game. We grew grass for the rabbit. This was like our adventure. We did a little backpacking, camping trip, socially distanced. We had time to play games. We got to play more games, some computer games, and visit with friends virtually. And among extra time, we, of course, sewed our dog a Halloween costume so she could be Wonder Woman. But whatever you have found yourself thankful for this year that is unique, I highly encourage you to go ahead and write it down. And honestly, these Holiday Helper and Loven Stamp Studio Tour videos totally qualify for part of that. I can't imagine that in the busyness of our lives going different directions, this would have been able to happen. So I'm thankful for these and for getting to tune in with you guys each day. And whatever your celebrations are, virtual or via Zoom or whatever you're doing for Thanksgiving tomorrow, I wish you the best. And I thank you sincerely for your time and community in watching. So I will see you on Friday morning. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a wonderful holiday. Happy stamping.